Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Happy Tuesday. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. For today's video, I wanted to share with you guys a review on this new Tarte brush set, which is called Minute to Mermaid brush set. And this is basically how the packaging looks. Really cute. It's pretty much themed around mermaids. In here we are receiving 5 different brushes. We have 3 face brushes and 2 eye brushes, and this does retail for $42 on Tarte site and Sephora site, I believe. Those are the only 2 places. I will leave the links down below if you guys want to pick this up for yourself. But let's get started. Also, before we actually get deep down into the brush set, you get that like deep down in the ocean. Before we get into the brush set, I wanted to mention to you guys these brush holders that Tarte recently released as well. So firstly, you guys can see it has like this little shell in the front. Super cute. I love like how the colors change. You guys can see holographic here a little bit. I went ahead and picked up 2. They retail for $8 a piece. So I will leave these linked down below if you guys are interested in these as well. Here's how it looks close up if you guys were curious. It has like this little bouncy feel. Just a little bit, nothing too major. And then here's how the back of it looks, plus how the inside of the brush holder looks as well. I really do enjoy these. I think that the quality is really nice. The price is pretty decently priced for what you're getting, and I think that they just add so much. The only thing I will say is that not a ton of brushes fit in here, depending on what you're going to use it for, whether for face brushes or eye brushes. Okay, so this is pretty much how it looks once you situate the brushes in there. I think it looks so adorable, freaking cute. Usually I would say double the amount of brushes fit in my other makeup brush holders, but in here it's pretty much half. So again, that's how it looks. So cute. If you were contemplating on it, I would definitely recommend these because they are adorable. Like, you need them in your life pretty much. Okay, so that's in regards to the makeup brush holders. Now let's get into the star of the show. So here's how the outer box looks. I had to share with you guys because I think it's so cute. And then here's how the back of the box looks. If you guys were curious, this is vegan, which is great. It's cruelty-free. And where is it made? I'll give you guys a moment. It's made in China. All right, so the way these were wrapped up was in this adorable tissue paper. You guys can see there are mermaids all over, really cute. It says Tarte. I love this. I love these like little details and little touches that they put to their packages, so really cute. And then in here we are receiving our 5 different brushes. So here's just a little close-up of how the bristles look, pretty much purple and white to the most part. And then here's how the actual brush handles look. I love the details on the handles and then the little tails towards the end. The handles of the brushes are really nice. I did find that when you hold it, it just sits in your hand really nicely and performs well on the face. Like I did like how like the size of the handles are and how they sit in the hand. So there's a plus for that. All right, so before I begin and discuss each and every single brush individually, I will say as a whole, they are extremely soft. Which kind of makes it a good thing or not such a good thing, if you know what I'm saying. I feel like when brushes are too soft, they don't tend to pick up product well. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. But I will go through every single brush now and let you guys know if I enjoyed the brush or if I didn't, and if I personally think this whole entire set is worth $42, because if you break that down, it's pretty much, I would say, $7 to $8 per brush, which is not cheap. I mean, I know you get the packaging and everything, but still, I'll walk you guys through the set and then we'll discuss everything. All right, so the first brush we have on the agenda is the large powder brush. Okay, so firstly, I feel like the size is great. I feel like it's not too big and it's not too small for this large powder brush. You guys can see it has a nice amount of like flimsiness to it. And I will say, you guys can see it does have a nice amount of like movement and give to it too. So it's not a brush that I would say is perfect to apply your powder with if you're looking for some coverage, because it's not really super precise, but it is a good powder brush to apply, you know, loose translucent setting powder all over your face if you want to just dust something on quickly, or if you want to just take a pressed powder and just like, you know, messily put it on your face just to set everything in like in a very messy way. It's not a precise brush, like I said, and it is very soft, so it doesn't pick up product too well, but it wasn't one that I hated. Like, it was okay. It wasn't like, oh my god, I'm in love with you, but it was like, all right, we can kind of get something started here, you know what I'm saying? Moving on to the next brush we have here, this is the cheek brush. So you guys can see it's a little bit more cinched in here and it's not as fluffy. So with this brush, I used it with blush and bronzer. With bronzer, I felt like it was nice. It wasn't my, like, again, go-to preferred bronzer brush because I feel like it has a nice amount of like flimsiness to it and it's not super precise. So I didn't love it for that, but it was okay, especially if you're looking for a more natural look. You can just dust this on and it looks nice. I did use it with blush as well, and I found that when I actually just dab it into my cheeks right over here, it does apply nicely. It is a bit bigger for blush, but you can just like diffuse out the color with this beautifully, and it does work really well. If I had to use this for one of them, I would probably use this for a blush. I felt like it was easier to use with blush. So that's that one. Next brush we have here is the highlighter stippling brush. So this was the brush that I honestly was not a huge fan of. I kind of just felt like it was too big. Like, this is a huge highlighter brush. My typical highlighter brush looks like this, you know, and sometimes I even feel like this is a little bit too big. So this was definitely a little bit awkward. You could definitely, you know, apply a highlighter with it, but it does get everywhere and it doesn't actually highlight your cheekbones. It actually goes like on your actual cheek and then up here too, and it's just a little bit messy. Plus, I felt like this brush did not pick up any product like whatsoever. Like, it picked up shit. It didn't pick up anything. So when you dipped it into the actual highlighter, like, there was nothing on here, and when you applied it on, like, a little bit showed up but not a lot at all. So I don't know, this was just not one that I enjoyed. Moving on to the next brush, this is one of the eye brushes, and this is the domed eye brush. Okay, so this is one that I actually hated the most. From everything in this collection, this was one that was the most awkward to use. So first of all, it has a little bit of like a pointiness over here, and it's really kind of like sharp-ish when you like put your fingers through it like that. When you apply shadow on your lower lash line with this, it's so scratchy and pointy that no color actually comes off of the brush. You feel like there's something just super pointy under your lash line, and it just feels like so uncomfortable. But I wish they would have made it a little bit more smoother so it shouldn't feel so pointy, but it felt like very scratchy. You know what I'm saying? So no! And then the final brush that's included in the collection is this one, and this is the eye brush, and this is the pencil brush. So this was a really nice brush. I actually really like this to apply color in the crease. It was great to do a little bit more like detailed work, so like just put it in there and then just blend back and forth. I like that for that. It was also really great to apply color on the lower lash line, definitely better than the domed one. This was so much better, and it was great to blend out the color as well. Plus, you can also use this brush for like the outer V area. I felt like it was really nice for that like little area right there, so that you can actually get the color like deep down in there, you know? So I really liked this. So that's pretty much it in regards to the brushes. As you guys can tell, I'm pretty much a fan of like about 3 of them, and then 2 of them were just kind of like a no for me. For spending 42 bucks and only enjoying about 3, I feel like it's a bit steep, like the price tag, because I just feel like it's just so expensive for what it is. The quality of these brushes are not anything special either. Like, they do feel very light and not weighted at all, and I really feel like I could have gotten a better bargain on Amazon's site. I also know that Tarte is not the first brand that actually released these kind of like mermaid-esque brushes, but I did want to purchase the Tarte ones because I am a fan of Tarte, and I feel comfortable ordering from their site and Sephora's site as well. But I will say that having other brushes that I purchased from Amazon in the past and having these as well, I really don't see much of a difference besides for these having the word Tarte on it, you know? On the website, it does describe these brushes as more like natural brushes. So typically brushes you would use if you want to create a natural makeup look. If you're one who typically does go for a more natural look, I will say that these brushes might be something you'd be interested in because they don't pick up too much product, therefore creating more of a natural look and effect on the face. But you know, if you really want to bronze up your skin, if you really want to put a nice amount of blush or really create a good bold eye look, I'm not sure that these necessarily are the brushes for you. I do think that they are freakishly adorable, so I am going to go ahead and keep it and display them most probably, but I will say that these are probably not the most practical brushes to use, if you know what I'm saying. So depending on what side of the spectrum you're at, you'd probably enjoy these or skip on them. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this review on the new Minute to Mermaid brush set. I would love to know if you guys went ahead and picked this brush set up for yourself, or if you went ahead and skipped on it, and I will see you guys in my next video.